That's what these skills end, and I come here. Good morning, everyone. Alessandro Pivezan from the silo at the magnificent Hunt Hill Farm, and yes, magnificent indeed. This place is magnificent. What can I say? And when you wake up every morning in paradise, is impossible to not feel awesome and rejoiced, revived, and ready to go. I don't even want to sleep anymore. I just want to be awake 24/7 to be enjoying everything that happens here. And yeah, this is my attempt for maybe 2 decades, 2.5 decades, trying to break on through to the other side from the doors, which I love, my favorite band ever. So I got to this little intro, I got to the stuff there, but I can't really get down here where the fun begins. But who knows? Now meeting so many musicians and talented people, I may find somebody that will teach me patiently, because I'm not a fast learner in certain things. And you can see it's taking forever. Well, most important question of the day: how are you? How are you feeling? How is this big head of yours? How's your heart? How's everything? Are you hanging in there? Are you driving? Are you trying? Yeah, right. You gotta be, because otherwise you wouldn't be here watching this video and wasting your time with Alessandro Piovesan, right? And this is awesome. It's awesome because it's all about us, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what other people can do to try to help us, or believe they're trying to help us, or really helping us. But at the end of the day, if you're not committed, if you're not really putting what needs to in order to achieve your dreams and the living of your dreams, then it's never going to happen. Believe me, I sat on a thriving victim stand for a long time, and I couldn't really understand why. Why everything is hard, why everything is bad, why everything is so difficult for me and not for others. You look around and see, like, hey, come on. You can realize when people are not going through more stuff than you are. But again, it doesn't really matter, because what's yours is yours, and you're going to have to go through regardless, unless you give up. Then if you give up, and you lost the game, and that's it. At this point, there is nothing else you can do, because you gave up, right? But if you don't, if you keep trying and looking for tools and alternatives, you can get there. And I know it's very hard for me. I mean, for me, it's easy to say, but for you to be out there and understand what I'm trying to say, because if you take an extra 30 some years, 33, 34 years out of my life, I was in a situation where nothing was possible. And all I want to do was to self-destruct and destroy anything around me that I could, because I was so angry. I was so lost. And, with the grace of God and the spirit, the energy, the source, manifested in the form of, a 7 feet tall black dude called Paulo Cruz de Azevedo. And that was my manifestation of safety and opportunities that changed my life forever, because that guy gave me a hand and I was ready to take it. But at the same time, I was willing to harm him as well. So I didn't know what was coming, and I assumed that what was coming was a lot more of the same crap that I've been used to. But this time it wasn't. And I appreciate when I meet people, when I interact with individuals that are really trying to better their lives and their living, right? Because I always separate life from living. Life, an awesome gift we get every day for free that allows us to do and to be anything we want to be. Living is the consequence of the way we chose to live our life, to use this gift that was given to us. Although the gift comes with its own bag of not so desirable attachments that we must be able to deal with them. Is the puzzle we have to solve in order to live a fulfilling life, I believe. But the trick, I guess, in the middle of this thing is to realize that you got your crap and you need to deal with it without spilling in other people. But until we are old enough and mature enough to realize that this is the trick, right? At least, again, come on, I'm talking about things and thoughts, ideas, situations, and scenarios that happen in my own life, how I dealt with them, and what the consequences were. I'm not using anyone else's life as examples. I only focus on stuff that happened to me because I own my truth and I can talk about it freely. If you believe it helps you or somebody else, please share positivevibrationsalways.org, and that will help me a lot. We'll bring them straight here to the YouTube channel. People can subscribe, and we are building this awesome community of like-minded individuals interested in sharing the good stuff, right? So this is just how the thoughts and the ideas and the stuff goes into my head. So going back to your bag of lemons that is given to you when you were born, no matter where or how, what I start figuring out is that if you can use or get rid of or make the lemonades and all of that without throwing the lemons to the backyard, pretending they're not yours, because every time you throw something back there, that sends a negative contribution, creates negative turbulence into the world, into the universe, in other people's lives, it comes with a price that you're going to have to pay someday. But until we are old enough to understand, we just think it's easier to throw the lemons over the wall to our neighbors and pretend they are not ours. But then one day living comes, and karma comes with it and say, hello, you remember you threw these lemons over there? Well, guess what? They kind of penetrated the earth and grew into a lemon tree. Ta-da! Right? So it's been a tremendously interesting journey for me. I'm turning 50 this year, and by 17, I thought, I don't want to live anymore. I've been thinking about that for a long time by then. And in a twist of situations, my life, instead of being ended, was revived. I got another chance, and the best chance ever. Unexpected and totally surprising to me. Now, sometimes we keep trying to be better than other people, right? I'm going to be better than him. I'm going to be better than her. I'm going to be better than them. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. And da-da-da-da-da. And we focus so much on what we want to be better, right? Or who we want to be better than. Where I picked this topic, this message today from the Dalai Lama, right? To say that the goal is not to be better than other men, is to try to be better from your other self, right? Which is a process for me. Because if I stayed where I was, actually, I am the same person, just with a different mind. My mind changed a lot. My brains changed because I was extremely aggressive. I was extremely unhappy and incapable, trying to figure out, of realizing when people was really helping me or taking advantage of me. I couldn't even properly accept help or ask for help because my mind was just not there. And I've done horrible things like any of us can do. We're all capable of doing amazing things and horrible things. It's a matter of circumstances. Some people do horrible things because it's what they need to do. It's there. It came with the package. You are in that situation and the choices are not really great, and horrible is the best choice. And there are people that choose to do horrible things by choice because they don't need to, but they choose to. So that's a whole new conversation altogether. And we have to be always aware and trying to understand who we are, how we think, what goes on here and there. Because I guess, at least when I was the thriving victim, it was so easy to find guilt everywhere. I found fault everywhere, in everyone, to justify everything that was happening to me that I thought it should be happening, that was unfair to me, just because I couldn't accept that most of it was my fault or consequences of my actions. It's complicated, right? Especially when, imagine trying to get this kind of mind balance and achievement when you are surrounded by crap and being bombarded by negativity and uncertainties all the time. Is the hardest thing ever. It took me forever to be able to get to this point, and many trips back down into the victim squad mode room, because it's our mind. And sometimes if you allow yourself, if you allow your mind to drift towards the bad stuff, it will drift towards the bad stuff. So here's my thought of the day today. And remember, I wrote those decades ago, a decade ago at least. And those are thoughts I will put in, I write every morning and see later, try to interpret it and see how I was feeling about, because this was the first thing that came in my mind. I used that focus I was trying to go and what I'm trying to achieve. Oh, this is Mr. Wolf right here. Boy, yeah, my first boy, so handsome. And Bailey's is over there. Oh. All right, here's the thought of today. When everything around you seems to be lost, this is the best moment to live what you believe. Don't give up the fight for happiness simply because things seem to have gotten harder. Remember, the hardship are a reward for your ability to withstand them. It doesn't make much sense, right? In your mind, but it makes so much sense in my mind because, first of all, it's very easy to go and start, positive vibrations, and this is good, let's all come together, good, folks that wants to change the world, and let's have a happy life, let's have God, and all that stuff. It's hard there, or feeling lost and difficult. This is the perfect time for you to actually practice everything that you preach. This is the time for you to start now applying to yourself everything that you're trying to say to others that makes you appear as a balanced, well resolved individual. It's very easy to be positive when everything is flowing nice. The secret is when things are not flowing that nice, and you're able to your mind focus to yourself out of the fog and focus on what matters, because hardship comes and goes all the time. Happiness and sadness, they're always together in there. And so being able to really apply what you do, what you say when things are good, to when things are not so good, it helps you understand better your abilities to overcome and to keep clear mind. Your main goal, in my case, is to live the best live ever. Every day gotta be the best day of my life, and you are. Believe me, everything that goes through here is just amazing. That's why I invite you to keep watching videos and follow us, because this is my me time, everyone, and at the same time showing a little bit of this amazing place. And for the next 13, 14 months until April 1st, we need to raise fund if you can to finalize the deal here. Well, the whole dream is over, and it's not like I have 150 grand sitting in the bank that I can just sign a surprise check last minute. This is real. This is the challenges that we are going through. But if you focus just on that and the needs and the things you have to do, you waste all this amazing time that we have here in paradise to enjoy it, to let it populate our hearts and feel, my God, this is so amazing, instead of being focused on the challenge. The challenge is here. We got to do it, but desperation is not going to help. And you got to be focused. I don't know, following this divine guidance or whatever it is that took over my actions and reactions to certain things. hard, crazy to explain, but if you come here, you're very welcome, and you can appreciate all. You can see, you can touch, you can feel, we can talk about it. You can experience my reality. You can experience the, how you call, the size, right? The magnitude of this dream come true, and this American dream, or whatever is happening here is magical and is wonderful. And I don't have a name for it. I know it's happening to me, and I am feeling obliged to share with everybody out there, because it's such a horrible moment around the world for everyone. And sometimes we even feel weird, like, so many awesome things happening to us while the rest of the world is going through so much right now, so much darkness. But maybe that's the reason why this is happening to us right now, so we can share, and we can invite you to come here and join us and become part of it. Yeah, I get excited and emotional about those things. And the reason I say that hardship is instead of a punishment for me, okay, seems to be having an issue with some of my stream, but I hope not you. When I say that hardship is something that, for me, is a reward for my ability to overcome them. Think about it, right? I mean, life is so hard, and you go doing those things, and then once come to a point where you can actually get through the challenges and the obstacles like this. This is a big challenge for us, super big, the biggest challenge of my life, to be honest with you, my mature adult life. And but I believe that now the obstacles and the challenges and all those things, they're not punishment to me. They are rewards, because I have the ability to overcome. Maybe it's that little bump that throws you to the next level on your abilities. Because if you think that you're being punished because things are getting difficult, they're getting hard, and this and that, if you think you're being punished, you know you've done something. Because you're not going to be punished all the time if you haven't done anything. Maybe it's this part of the punishment that is taking things away from your stinky box, balancing things out for you, or what? You know what I'm saying? So I just, in my big head, start thinking differently. Say, okay, I can thrive under chaotic circumstances. Not everybody can. Some people are awesome musicians, and they have this talent to go here and do everything that I love to do. But that's not my talent. I can barely do basic stuff to make myself happy. But I do have a talent to find ways when most people feel scared, afraid, or blind. I can thrive under chaotic circumstances. We all have our different gifts and things that we can do and share with others. So this is how I see obstacles in my life. They are challenges and rewards to sharpen my ability to overcome them. Now, if you're in that moment, or sometimes when it comes to your head, or you feel that drift, that you're going towards darkness, or if you are in a darkness or in survivor mode, it's much easier to jump into a victim mode again, and then just start thriving and losing your head and losing grip on your dreams and your desires and the things, and just succumbing to that warm call of darkness, right? And then it gets pretty cold. Or sometimes a lot of light shining on you and tremendous success are abounding in your life, but you still feel a little oozy, a little hollow. You don't know why, but you're there. You're feeling that something's bothering me. And it's maybe just some inside of your conscience. But regardless, if you're feeling away from yourself, just come back home. Come here, where you know who you are and everything that you have been through in your life. Realize your powers, realize your strength, and go out to live the life of your dreams. Because at the end of the day, you can. You got what it takes. But for some reason, you're convinced that you don't. Maybe some influences, or who knows. But once you're in here at home with yourself, that you can look at you in your mirror and see through your eyes and see in your soul, no masks, no shadows, no pretending, no nothing. Then open the receptacles, open the boxes the happy moments, the achievements, the smell. I've been happy. I tasted happiness. Oh, happiness tastes like this. I remember. I use the recent example of my daughter. Was here with me for 2 years. Now she's back in Brazil. Of course, I want to have her here every single day of my life and her life and us together forever. It isn't a reality right now. But should I ignore the fact that she was only here for 2 months and not the whole life? So haven't I been happy? Can I claim that I've never been happy? No, I would be unfair because I've been happy for 2 months, tremendously happy. And that's what matters. It goes into my little bucket of I've been happy for 2 months, and I can open up and smell it. I've been happy, 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 happy many times in my life. So I save it and I try to be fair. Same thing as the next box, which is the one that I save all my achievements and especially the impossible achievements. The impossible are those moments when I thought that I was not going to make it. I don't have the strength. I don't have what it takes. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And yet here I am. So are you. I'm sure you've been through some of these moments. We all do. Again, we all have our bag of lemons. They may come in different kinds and shapes and sizes, but we all do. The same way that we sometimes come, face to face with these moments where we think things are impossible, or we simply want to give it up. We don't want to do it. And here you are. So you get that strength. You get that power. Maybe what you need is just a little tuning in your brain, in your mind, to help you move forward. Keep moving forward towards the living of your dreams, because it's all about you. But then now that you know you can be happy, you've been happy, you tasted happiness, and you got everything that you need to get there again, look at the third box. That's the stinky one, where all the bad stuff that we done. Remember when you're throwing the lemons over to your neighbor's backyard? That's the stinky box. You got to open up and smell it and realize everything that you have done wrong, everything that you have done to contribute to the living that you are living today, because your life has absolutely nothing to do with your choices. Once you realize that and accept the fact that you are not a saint and you have caused harm and pain and negative turbulences in somebody else's life and the world around you, that's the beginning. Then I started balancing things that's supposed to go right and didn't go, with me paying that balance. And once things came and started working properly, I simply stopped making contributions to the stinky box. The other ones should be always contributing, but the stinky box is the one that you have to try really hard not to make the contribution, because you're going to have to pay, and usually the payment comes in times where you were not prepared. It's like insurance with a high deductible. Usually comes on that time where the high deductible is going to hurt you. That's why I have insurance with very low deductible. So once you're in and you were able to rebalance yourself, reconnect with your core, come back to the world, come back here and keep going forward towards the living of your dreams. You deserve it. You have that power. You have that strength. Maybe all you need is the right amount of stimulation. Maybe what you need is some extra tools in your tool belt that can help you achieve that. On February 26th, we're starting the Survivor to Thriver, the Experiential Series, workshop series at the Silo. This one is tools to get us unstuck. It's some awesome stuff related to your brain and how you tune it. How can you actually balance what's happening in your head so you're able to understand the correlation between your brain and your mind, and how can you reshape it and use it for your own benefit? Because everything happens in your head. You can go to workshop.thesilo.org and register for February 26th and 27th. March is already open, and April is going to open very soon. But take this opportunity. We'll be helping us because you're bringing life and audience to the Silo. We'll be helping you, receiving new tools and easy stuff from professionals in the field of working our brains and our minds and the things that happens inside of our heads in different areas, but all related to how we tune our brains and how can we learn how to value ourselves and prepare our minds to allow us to be the best we can be. And it's all free for you, thanks to the professionals. They're all volunteers, and Healthcare International Advocates, Healthcare Advocates International from Stratford. They are amazing people interested in really helping the community and help our citizens and everyone to live a better, healthier, awesome, happier life. And we're feeling blessed. In the meantime, I want to wish you a fantabulous day with all the love and the strength, the ability to recognize your value and your faults too, so you can better yourself from your previous self and keep going towards this awesome, awesome life that you receive every day, this awesome gift. If you maybe would like to develop a deeper connection with Mother Nature, or simply come to an awesome place that you can sit down and relax silently, to meditate, to just be in peace, to just be, come to Hunt Hill Farm, come to the silo. I'll show you some of the history. I tell you everything I have learned so far, or just leave you alone. Even if you want to come here and see one of the 12 cats called Sam from Andy Warhol. So this is one lithograph signed by Andy Warhol. We have 3 of them here, and one of the 12, we have 2 cats from the collection called A Cat Called Sam. It's supposed to be 12. But yeah, it's fantabulous. And I want you to have the best day of your living today and every other day. Because there isn't really much we can do about the past other than learn with it. The future is amazing things and awesome. We can think about it, we can dream, we can plan, and we should. But today is the day you can make all the decisions. Today is the day that you have full control of everything. So use wisely. And on your way here, if you can bring 1 pound of non-perishable food, that will be donating to support New Milford Social Services fight to eradicate hunger in our town, while at the same time supporting the achievement of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, focus on number 1 and 2, which is eradication of extreme poverty and hunger. This will make me tremendously happy. If there is some extra kindness and money left on you, and you could also, bring us some diapers for adults and children. This is a partnership with the Rotary Club, and we're trying to provide some diapers and, support to our community members in desperate need. So this would be all awesome, all amazing. And in the meantime, have that fantabulous day filled with everything that is good and everything that you deserve to live the living of your life every day, with tons and tons and tons of positive vibrations always. Thank you.